What up, y'all? It's TheNormies coming at you a little bit of a commentary video. I don't know if you guys have seen some of our previous ones, but we'll watch a video, kind of pause, talk about it, see what's going on. This one was suggested to us by one of our fans, Skinny Flippers. Shout outs to the homie Skinny Flippers.
Skinny Flippers. So this is getting high injecting snake venom.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying on the screen.
You guys ever watch Vice back in the day?
Yeah,
Yes.
I love Vice, especially their weed stuff.
Yeah! So I got into like a lot of Fringe Vice stuff, which is like one of the segments they did. And I have seen this before, but I saw it when it came out, and I think that was 15 years ago or something like that.
Okay.
10 years ago maybe? I don't know.
They've been around for a while.
They have been. I'm gonna rewatch this, but you guys are gonna watch it for the first time. Anything to expect?
Wasn't Tim Pool on Vice?
Tim Pool was a Vice commentator for a while back.
Oh.
I mean, Gavin McGinnis also started Vice, and he started the Proud Boys, so.
Oof. Oh well.
Well.
That's not a good track record. I am wearing the right shirt for this.
Like, how does...
Debatable.
Doesn't snake venom clot your blood? Like...
When we watched that one video with the frog,
Yes.
was that the same?
That was Vice, yes.
Okay.
But that was, there was a guy, people were getting high off of toads, and they were killing the toads.
That's a classic.
I have.
But they
I
were
have
killing the toads, and they were
expectations
like,
now.
Wicked toads.
one guy was like, hey, I've got this chemical compound that is exactly the same as the toad venom, and you don't have to kill the toad. And one guy was like, what about the soul of the toad? Maybe the soul is what's getting us high. And he was like, stop killing him and just do the actual drug. And they were like, no, toad soul.
There's no controls.
I fingered the TV looking for them and found nothing.
You fingered the TV.
I just want you to know that if you walk in a room and see someone doing this, that they're okay.
Off tops, this okay?
They're probably okay, right?
No.
We can't hobby judge.
Yeah, well, let's find out.
Already sus.
Oh no. Well, they just make this...
effects of the hemotoxin venom on blood, okay?
It's a lot of blood.
Yeah, did he need to cut himself that much?
You know, kind of congealing, quite gloopy. And I'm beginning to wonder if that's such a good thing to be happening in my body. Sometimes I think, God, you know, that can't be good.
So he's a crazy person. He draws on his fucking tiles with blood.
Oh, he did that for the camera.
No. What did he write?
Red rum.
Red rum.
Red rum.
It's murder backwards.
Great.
I don't know if
But-
meth users would be like, it's like, bro, what? No, man, you gotta get out.
Can you just imagine your blood turning into chocolate syrup in your veins, and your body's like, oh, do that again?
That's like, okay, so many questions. I guess we just keep watching.
Come on, that was only the first 30
Hey,
seconds.
I-
Yeah.
If I did die due to snake venom or whatever, I'm sure it'll be quite funny to a lot of people. You're not supposed to inject snake venom.
At least he's self-aware. Good old fringes.
Fringes is a well of ridiculous shit.
This is essentially like my strange addiction.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those. Is this going to be one of these, like, there's going to be people that come in and be like, you shouldn't be doing this.
Oh.
And he's like, I know.
No, this is Vice. They're just like, hey, man, how much of
There's
this can...
more.
Yeah, right.
Have you tried this one yet?
Yeah,
All right.
Vice isn't here to help people. They're here to just be like, this shit's happening. Like,
I like that spin on my strange addiction. Just enable it. Just...
My name is Steve Ludwin. I've been self-immunizing with various snake venoms for well over 20 years now.
But why?
Are you?
You know,
Is
I'm
it
kind of embarrassed.
euphemism?
There's been quite a few, doctors and scientists that have been horrified by my lack of, having things that are sterile and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Ah!
See that?
I mean, that's how you gotta do it, I guess. Well, actually, no, that's not how you gotta do it. He just told us he's not a professional.
right? You're like, oh, he handles so many snakes that he must know what he's doing. He probably
You
Googled-
fell for it, Mickey!
But, I mean, that's,
You're
I've seen
susceptible.
for professionals, but yeah, he pressed down pretty hard there.
So, Mickey,
Poor
this
snake.
video came out, I think, 10 years ago, and he says he's been doing this for 20 years, which means he was doing this before Google was a thing.
Can
What?
we look up if, like, he's still alive after this?
I saw a video while I was looking this up, a video from 5 years ago where they checked in on him. So at least 5 years ago, he was alive.
I haven't had like something like the flu and coming up on 9 winters, and as I've gotten older, people have started to comment, oh wow, you don't seem like you're 46 years old.
You do seem like you're 46 years old, my dude.
That's not that.
They're lying to you.
Maybe he's just around people that look way rougher than
They
he
are
does.
enabling
His
you.
body has been probably in so much pain that like he doesn't even register a flu anymore.
He's like having fever from snake venom, and he's like,
He's working.
Finally. I just want to say that if anybody was like, if my doctor was like, Chris, I need to tell you, the only way to not get the flu is to inject snake venom. I'd be like, bitch, give me the flu.
Yeah.
In
He
fact,
does look good for 46. He doesn't look terrible.
he looks good for 46, and a man who's been injecting snake venom for 20 years.
And you
I
know,
would expect him to look like Voldemort more than anything.
correlation equals I don't how's the old saying go?
Caucasian?
Caucasian. Yep. Correlation equals Caucasian.
This
Nailed
is,
it.
This is some white people.
This is
shit.
Caucasian.
Oh, 100. If I just told you, guess the race of the man who's getting high on injecting snake venom, you wouldn't waste time. The cameraman's like, oh no.
He's got a red.
They can spin their fangs around and actually go through their lip to get your fingers.
Cameraman's like, I'm gonna die.
Sometimes that
You
happens.
should have had
He
that
just
lid.
has them in a Tupperware box.
I'm the
Where do you
son
keep
of
your
Pan Am,
snakes?
Catch Me If You Can, Leonardo DiCaprio sort of lifestyle. I had a credit card, it just said Pan Am on it with my name, Steve Ludwin, and I could get on any plane as long as I was wearing a tie for free.
What?
So he was saying that because his dad was a Pan Am pilot, he had like a fly for free card. Pan America. Keep in mind, 20 years. He's 46 10 years ago. So maybe we're about to get his backstory, how he became Snake Man.
Snakes on a plane is what set this guy into motion. He's like, this is a documentary.
Oh no.
This could happen one day. And this shit.
Serpentarium when I was about 9 years old.
Oh no.
And I got to meet this now famous herpetologist called Bill Haas. He was the first Westerner to start injecting himself with snake venom. I was very young and impressionable. I loved snakes. Wow.
There wasn't much to do in 1948, so I can forgive that guy. But we have like Xbox now, dude.
I feel like when he said he's the first Westerner, that maybe this is like one of those things where like some cultures are like, yeah, occasionally we inject snake venom so that we can get immunized and like we can like be able to do things and move in the jungle and shit. And
Yeah.
this guy's like, I'm gonna do it every day for my life, and they were like,
Yeah.
don't do that.
with any and every species.
If anybody's got snake AIDS, though, it's this man, right?
When I was about 17, it's like, I've got to get
Aw.
that venom into me somehow.
That's where
This is called a
snake venom is a gateway drug.
That's called a nope rope.
little bit where you do not want that on your finger.
No gloves.
London.
Look at it.
And I started working in the East End. It was called the Vivarium. And I started bringing
To
venomous
simulate the
snakes
hunt.
home. My first time doing it was crazy. I had never even milked a snake, and I just kind of had to figure it out on my own.
A scalpel and okay, where's he going with that?
So I just want to point this out. I just want you to think about this. All right, think about this for a hot second. My guy worked at the snake place. He stole a snake from work and brought it home with the plans on getting its venom out to put inside of his body, and he didn't know how.
This is how like super people are made.
Yeah, he's about to become a villain, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm all for self-teaching stuff. I think that's a great thing to take initiative on. But there's certain things.
yeah.
There's certain things that maybe you should seek. It's like he wanted to be Steve Irwin, but he's like, I don't want to go to school for it. I'm just gonna figure it out.
I'm just gonna roll the dice.
Scalpel and scratch, like, two little scratch marks into my arm. I would take a little bit of the venom and I would drop it into the cut. Ah, that burns. I quickly washed it off. Is it gonna kill me? I had no idea.
Do you think he looks down on people that smoke weed? Like, do you think he was like, nah, man, I'm not about that peer pressure? And then
He seems okay
He must
now.
have been suicidal.
I'm just not understanding, like, why? Why?
So that if he gets bit by a snake, he'll be fine.
How you can communicate with other people that have the same passion about these animals, but it's not the case. There's a lot of
Are you the only one, buddy?
I don't keep big snakes. Guys that keep big snakes are hiding a secret.
What is going on? This is subculture. This is getting deep.
What?
Guys that keep big snakes are hiding secrets, bro. You heard him. He ain't got no secrets to hide.
So one guy with one big snake is more suspicious than one guy with 100 small snakes?
100 small
Well,
venomous
Small,
snakes.
venomous, dangerous snakes. He better be living in the middle of nowhere by himself. If he's in an apartment building,
through the
He
vents.
is.
if he's in a neighborhood,
He's in an
even,
apartment building. They showed his house.
This is.
I just want you to
wild.
imagine that, like, he has a one-night stand with a girl. She's kind of drunk,
Oh
stumbles
my
into the
God.
bathroom,
Like, what is this?
finds her later just dead, and he's like, not again.
Oh
Like,
no!
This is one of the scariest snakes that I own. This is the snake that bit me.
Oh, he's
The
tied
worst
himself into a
pain.
knot.
It felt like you would put your hand down on a marble table and someone took a sledgehammer and smashed it onto your pinky. That pain never subsided for 8 fucking hours. But it's a really aggressive snake and it's really tricky to milk.
cameraman's like, I'm gonna die here.
Wait. Is he just making a cocktail of different
I
venoms?
think so.
Because that's all
Because
in the
these are
same cup.
multiple. There are multiple different marks from different snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if he was a woman in the 1500s, he'd be burned.
It's some weird shit. Yeah, he's mixing it up, bro. He's like, you just do one snake? That's bitch shit. Around here, I got 10 snakes. I don't know if you've noticed it yet, but he shakes a lot. And
He
I think
does.
it might be.
Mm-hmm. It might
From
be
the snakes.
all the dead nerves in your body. Or maybe he doesn't feel sick because he's killed feeling. He just
I
doesn't
posted a
feel
really
anything.
beautiful snake. Just because I'm handling the snake, it's called free handling. There's death threats and people have just gone crazy. I could poke it in my eye 1,000,000 times and it would not bite.
Why?
Snakes can. The moron attached to that arm is the reason why you have trouble keeping your reptiles legally. I'm not a moron attached to this arm. Oh yes, I am. To think we lock up pedophiles and murderers when sickos like this are free to roam our
Okay,
streets.
that one's a little.
Now I think that's somebody being sarcastic.
This man does not have friends. He doesn't understand language.
Oh no, not you. Stop. You, to put kindly, are an ignorant fucktard. Come on, bro.
Very kind.
Have
Very
you
kind.
have you ever something the damage from a bite seen?
Yeah.
The damage from a bite from a small Trimeresaurus. What?
SPP. Psst.
Okay.
Small penis individual.
I essentially hope you get bit hard, and I strongly dissuade anyone watching this video from repeating the actions. Yeah,
You stupid
this is
dick
the,
hammer.
This is the internet summed up, where they'll like give sound advice, but in just a viciously
Violent.
hateful
I-
way. He needs therapy for
You
sure.
know, if you told him that, he's just gonna be like, "Why would I go to therapy
When I
got
have snake
venom?"
Yeah,
He probably hit you with it. Have you tried snake? Don't knock it until you tried. Like, no, I'm
the
gonna knock it.
Madagascar viper venom is actually really great for anxiety.
You can't be anxious if you're dead.
What's his actual job?
Repeating the actions of this small penis individual, stupid dick hammer. Now that's good.
We can agree.
I mean, to be able to take it in stride, sure. Does this guy make proper anti-venom? Is he actually, like, is this a job? Is he...
I feel bad for these snakes. They live in a fucking Tupperware
And they
dish.
were growing and growing and burning, and for days I was like, oh god, I can feel this pressure. I touched it, and goo shot out 5 foot.
Editor,
Ah!
might need to blur some of that.
He said it was like a volcano. He's popping fucking venom zits in his house. He's not okay.
Oh god, I did that one time.
With a venom zit?
No. I had like a big old zit. This is gross.
I don't
I'm sorry.
want to know.
I'm sorry, this is gross.
Please stop
This is the one and only time I ever did it, because I didn't expect this to happen, dude. Like, because I was like, people pop their pimples, so I popped it in the mirror. It shot out with such force that I heard like a little on the mirror. And I was like, well, I'm not ever doing that again.
Oh,
I
God.
think I threw up a little after that.
I'm throwing up a little now.
And he just reuses
Oh,
So,
it.
hold
can you
on,
pause
hold
it?
on.
Hold
Whoa,
on.
whoa,
Do you
whoa,
guys
whoa.
have you guys ever seen like the
And
pimple
he
popper
puts on
videos?
ace. Oh,
Yeah.
say what?
Have you ever seen the pimple popper videos?
I know. I know.
My little sister
absolutely
tried
not.
to show me once, and I literally slapped
Absolutely
the phone
not.
out of her hand.
Nope. Yeah, that's not something I need in my algorithm.
I'm physically getting. my mouth is sweating right
I've-
now.
I
So
will-
next commentary.
No, I'm not.
No.
Nah.
Nope.
Nah.
Don't need that in my.
It's got a horse needle.
Hell yeah. AC/DC had to make a statement after this. Like, guys, it's just a song title.
No, I don't pull it back out, hit the nucleus, and it was just like just pulling back on the most disgusting stuff that you'd ever want to see. I squeezed this, and it actually made a sound. I fucking gaping hole in my leg. I could see inside my leg.
Blah!
All the tissue had sort of rotted away. I noticed.
Yeah, it died. That part of you died. Did he say he never did it again?
He said he never want that happening to him again. Yet here he is, not learning his lesson.
These poor snakes. They just want to...
I feel bad for these snakes.
Yeah,
man.
if he was a trained professional and knew what he was doing, that is like how you have to do it, but he has no idea what he's doing.
The neurotoxin in this cobra venom, I've been using it in sporting activities recently. And
It's gonna add a little bit of extra speed into my...
He's doping with snake venom.
He hasn't said anything about the feeling that the venom gives him aside from the grievous injuries he's caused. Like, there's no... What is he chasing? Like,
Well,
there's
now-
no... He's not getting high.
He's opening up to the fact now that it gives him super strength.
I think that's just the gray matter in your brain dwindling. It's just then you think...
Oh my
I've been
god.
doing tests on my skateboard.
I move faster, cut to him on a skateboard. Like, what?
Listen, everybody knows that once you do snake venom, you skate faster.
It is pretty radical.
skate snake.
Free radical.
It makes me move faster, cut to him like in a car.
Because of the snake venom, he had the courage.
That's what it is. He's just afraid of life and he needs to inject venom to like do normal things.
Yeah, you know.
Like,
I can get in there. I just use the roads, and I think the cobra venom helps with that. It's just sort of like I go in between cars, I go in between buses, I go in the middle of the road.
dude, that's,
Assholes
you're
do
just
that.
skateboarding. Yeah, and he's coming into oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time
Start moving like a snake.
having empathy for this guy.
He moves like a snake.
S shape, carving and carving, and it actually starts giving you a little bit of power.
Is he reading?
About snakes while skating like a snake.
So he just skates every day and eventually just got better at it.
No, it was the cobra venom.
No, that's...
No, he did cobra venom, and now he can skate like a snake.
Oh, man. This is why you have to be careful what you expose children to, because you never know what's going to stick.
Took him to the snake thing once, and that kid was like,
That's the rest of my life.
need this, right?
This is my personality now.
Yeah, there's people legitimately doing this, like, in correct and controlled environments, but
Those people are silly. If you want anti-venom, you just need to inject venom daily.
college is for suckers.
Okay, who thinks he's gonna put one in the butt?
I mean, out of anybody to have sex with a snake, it'd probably be him. Hopefully, he's
No,
got
I mean,
the
just
oh, like let him bite? Oh, God.
Has had much experience in
Please
handling
don't.
cobras, but he still treats them with the greatest respect.
Yeah, look at that looks like a controlled environment.
Bill Hofstra really is my Beatles and Rolling Stones and Beach Boys all wrapped in one. He died last year.
Okay.
He's just like 2 weeks shy of 101. Going, is this dangerous? It's working for this guy.
Well,
He had people that couldn't even walk, and with the right doses and the right ingredients of his, medicines that contain various snake venoms, people, I've seen footage of it. They're playing basketball and they shut him down.
He's saying his various medicines that contained snake venom. So I imagine there's
Other things.
actual medicine in there. He's just raw dogging snake venom. This is bizarre. I don't get it.
No.
I have so many questions.
I feel like with this old guy, he lives into 101. Like, there's a lot of variables, right?
he's in like scrubs. Like he worked at like a center and he looks fit.
He does, right? He looks like there's a
looks
lot
like
to
he
it.
works out.
He's given his blood to snakebite victims that are dying, and
Oh,
then
no.
they survive.
I mean, that-
was that the only thing they were given?
Snakes, that's the one that was kind of had the cocktails.
It's so bright.
Now,
cocktails.
see that venom coming out there? See it on my finger? You can do this.
He did it. What? No. Dude, is he like putting this shit on his toast? Like mix this up with some Vegemite, dude?
Caddy, would you have still married me if I was the snake man?
No.
If you came over and I was just fucking...
Is he testing any of the conclusions.
You want to know if there's science involved?
Yes.
I don't know. We're halfway through, and he hasn't really mentioned science a lot.
He just keeps injecting himself, but is he studying the hypothesis? Is there any conclusions?
He went on a skateboard and was moving faster, scientifically proving
He moved like a
that
Yes.
snake venom is giving you superpowers. What else do you want from this man?
Man.
He's taking snake venom, and he's skateboarding faster. Tony Hawk has Hawk in his name, and they eat snakes. Maybe they're like mortal enemies?
Ooh.
Some kind of skate off. I don't know. I'm going to work on that. Maybe he's just shaking because he's nervous.
Yeah, camera
When I
shy.
have water for injections,
Cameraman is a little shaky.
How
but the
purified
cameraman's
is
afraid
that?
of dying.
How purified is that water? You have to keep it in ampules. I bet you that's just fucking tap water, dude.
I tried using the snake venom was pretty scary. There was no internet back then, but it felt really natural. It felt like it was instinct.
Maybe he is onto something, and we won't understand this man for like another 1,000 years. Hot peppers are hot as a defensive mechanism.
Yeah?
And we eat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
So there was a guy like him back in the day, but with peppers. And people were like, you're crazy.
With that, though, the worst case scenario is you get volcano ass. The worst case scenario here is you die. There's been other people like him who tried this, and they probably just died.
Like, maybe he is dying every day. But there's just like...
Just rebooting him.
like one just comes out of his futon.
Him as a friend. Just imagine being his friend. He's just like, James, bro, what's good? I was thinking maybe we can go out, hit the brewery, grab a couple of beers. Yeah, it's cool. Just let me finish injecting snake venom, and I'll be right out. It's like, never mind.
Do you think just as like a thrill-seeking thing, he just keeps a venomous snake in his pocket?
Just like a, no.
And just doesn't tell anybody?
Benefits to the hemotoxins, I'm not too sure. I feel like I need another 20 years to do it.
So he has not been studying anything.
And when I was 42, I scored as a 28-year-old. Perhaps there are some anti-aging properties to snake venom. I mean, it could all end tomorrow as well. I'm not saying I'm invincible. This is the shot
you can say that about anything.
Cobra venom, the neurotoxin.
You can't. I'm sorry.
He's shaking so much. Ah!
You can't trust any surface in this man's house. How do you think he cleans his dishes?
With snake venom.
It's like man versus food,
Of course, he's got a snake tattoo.
Spicy chicken.
Is it like that? Is it like that?
That's what you just said.
This.
He doesn't look like he's having a good fucking time.
We're over halfway through, and I still don't know why. And he's not getting high.
He wants to use his blood to give to other people to save them.
But he doesn't.
You're trying to apply logic to a man who
I'm trying to like figure out a black hole. It's just like it's
vast and unknowable is Snake Man.
He definitely has
You do think that it is quite taxing on the
dead
body.
cells in his
It is
body.
possible in 2 years' time my kidneys fail.
You are decomposing.
I have a quick question, and I don't. You don't have to answer right now. I just want to put this out there. Did he get the COVID vaccine?
no. Snake venom.
He did more snake venom, right?
Yeah, he did more snake venom.
You know.
It
You don't even have to ask. You know it,
He
right?
found the Corona Cobra.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he just like he didn't even know about COVID. He's just like
Since 2022, and he came outside. He's like,
Oh my
what?
God.
Like, what happened? Oh,
the
shit.
one day he walks out, he's just gonna.
this would be the worst video to show Pat, because I feel like Pat would be
Oh
like,
my God.
because Pat always
Let's
is
ne-
trying. Pat's
let's
trying to
never
live to
tell him.
101, bro.
No, I think the first thing Pat would say
He
would be like,
must
"Oh, there's a
not
guy in my
know.
gym that does that." Like,
That's a snake guy from the gym.
Yeah,
Pat would.
Honestly.
Well, okay, that was a little bit more than 5 mil.
what's it called? The people that like pain as a
And
kink.
just basically,
Mascus.
That's what I'm feeling here.
when I do these injections, I don't think anything of it.
Oh my God, he put it in his fucking mouth.
Dude, this guy is like an indie. This guy's a A24 movie.
The one time I did have a
My heart's
serious
racing.
raw venom a couple of years ago, and I only wanted to put down a little bit in, and as I was pressing it, just went, "Oop," the whole thing went in. Within 45 minutes, my hand was like a baseball mitt, and the venom was swimming in my body. They were saying, go to the hospital, and I just didn't want to. I had to just say, well, I didn't get bit. There's 3 snakes. I purposely injected it into my arm. They didn't know what to say, and next thing I know, I was being taken into another room, and one of the female doctors just came in. I don't want to ever repeat it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If you don't want to repeat it, stop.
I think you're right, Marquetta. I think he just wants to go.
He could have been jumping off of buildings.
Like,
he could have been walking on the edge and doing parkour.
Squirrel suit, you know, like
that shit's
just,
dangerous, right? He could have done that.
Yeah, there's so many other dangerous things that you could like have fun.
He does have friends too, and they had to beg him to go to the hospital. I might hit you. I might hit him.
Every story he tells just ends with not crazy, right? like there's no point to why it ever happened.
So funny.
And then what? He's like, oh, I went back home and injected more
then
snake
I did
venom.
it again.
You see how he's shaking already? He's fucking scared. No.
So yeah, like you can't prevent that from happening again unless you stop doing this shit.
Well, now he's diluting it. So he's
'Cause
like, I figured out a
could
dilution system.
happen. It can still happen again.
Since I had heard that the Americans and the Chinese got busted injecting racehorses with cobra venom,
What?
and it was making them outperform their abilities, I immediately got excited.
Can't just be Venom.
To see, is it
Oh my
possible
God.
that I could outperform
Oh my God.
my abilities?
Oh my god! He thinks he's just like superpowers. Ah!
The leaps.
I feel like
It's like
at no point in
natural.
time was anyone like, hey, you know that just because it works on horses and ivermectin.
Injecting race horses with
Cobra venom.
Cobra
Yep.
venom.
Be specific about the kind of snake.
Cobra venom has also been used by trainers to deaden pain so that injured horses can race. So there you go. Case proven. It deadens the pain, so he doesn't feel.
Where's that from? It
anything.
looks like it's from Time Magazine. Yeah, okay.
Oh, 2012.
Oh, 2000. Okay, listen here,
That could
Time
be-
Magazine.
That could be old information.
You don't inject fucking venom on a regular, so.
Bros at the gym be like, yo, let me get some of that HGH. It's like, oh no, that's not.
Amazing you're discreet when you can be demanding.
He has meth addict energy.
Yeah, he does.
Bear Grylls. I hate that guy.
What the fuck?
Oh, here's the snake. And you can just bite its head off. And he does. He's killed snakes on TV. It's my fucking family you're fucking around with.
Hey!
He does feel like he's high now. He does feel like he's actually a little zooted right now, bro. He's got the energy now.
They might have switched the needle, dude. So there you go. He's against snake violence. He cares for them. There's no one else in the gym. They were like, this guy's.
Oh, hold
coming
on.
over.
I think he just said, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we could back it up a little
He
bit.
just
Yeah,
fucking,
back it
he
up,
just
back
said
it up.
the thing.
One thing I have noticed is that, like, I'm not really feeling the pain. So that could be the other thing that helped those horses along. Why not give it to your army?
Oh my
Heroin!
god!
Dude, if this guy had Pentagon money,
No.
like this guy, yeah.
Can you
About the
imagine?
snake army.
He is.
G.I. Joe. Cobra.
He's that secret project that you don't reveal to the public.
The snake army.
If it works, then we're like, yeah, this is the thing that we did. If it doesn't, then just we bury it.
He's got all the like thinking where he's like, well, maybe he's like, it's just taking away pain. It's like, okay. But then it also gives you like courage and maybe we should give it to the armies. It's like, you got it right there, bro. You took that right hand turn.
Dude.
You're just like, skirt.
They were just, he had to pay, like, I wonder how much they had to pay to rent this gym. They were like, this guy's coming in today. We can't be nobody
It's
can
like,
be here.
once we close at 2
Nobody can
a.m.,
be
you
here.
can come in here.
This is actually the last day for this gym. We're gonna move. I think they broke in. That's so funny. Like no one's
broke
there.
Columbus didn't go looking for America to discover America. He was looking for the fountain of youth.
No, he was looking for India.
They want to live long. Everyone wants to live long.
Look at those strikes.
Apparently, there's
He's just
something
so-
in snake helps its food to accept death.
Huh?
I might die here, but I felt really happy to die.
Yeah, he's.
Get out of the camera!
Yeah.
Bro, just imagine cameraman's over here like, bro, I'm about to get my eye put out. Homie's just throwing punches directly at the fucking camera like an insane person.
He's definitely living with like fractured bones and like grievous injuries that he just doesn't.
He's
feel.
got decomposing
Look at the
skin
lump in
and
his
muscles.
shoulder.
You're alive for a good 6 to 12 hours. Like Starbucks has nothing on this. It's kind of like Jello in there. And God knows what it's doing in there. I wish I understood what's happening beneath that.
Yeah, you could go to
20.
the doctor and actually study these things that you're doing.
20 years, bro.
He's just doing
20 years.
He's
I feel
just-
like drug addicts that have been doing it for 20 years have a pretty solid understanding of like what's going on and how shit works, right? And this guy's like, 20 years, I don't know, feels like Jello. Come on, man.
That's the most annoying part about this is he's making himself a science experiment, but there's no
Science.
there's no end conclusion. There's no like thesis. He's just doing it.
Well-
He does need to be studied more. His brain more so. Like, I think
Don't
that's
feed the cat to the snakes.
Someone taking heroin or cocaine or injecting the and taking a gamble. So you're gambling with your life every time you take it.
This certainly isn't physically addictive.
You could stop tomorrow.
I'd like to take a year off.
You've done that, managed that.
No, I've never done that.
They're like, well, good. We got a moving van. We actually moved the snakes out of your apartment.
Right, yeah.
All of your stuff is
See,
gone.
that's TLC.
And
This
he's
is
like,
intervention.
Yeah.
oh, that's okay.
I just want to say, if he got into a fight and did some snake shit, I would lose my brains, bro. If he got on the ground and just started, I would walk away.
He can hit hard enough to break himself, and not,
Yeah.
you can't fight him regardless.
No, even if you win, he's just like,
He can't. Yeah.
you think that's gonna stop me? I'm like, no, dog, no, you're a villain, no.
He's like the infected from The Last of Us, where they just
Yes.
launch.
It's just about to get into a fight with the dude in the streets, and he injects snake venom. Walk away.
Is it possible you could be addicted to pain then, if you know what I mean?
I think if I was, I would have other things in my life. I'd be a boxer. Yeah.
Would you?
What?
Would you?
They had to cut that conversation because the dude was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you
seriously.
gotta go, man.
I felt like I was being digested from the inside.
You are.
You know, I was
That's
walking
what it
around,
does.
you know, I felt like I had been injected with, 1,000 energy drinks.
And it could be because I injected myself 1,000 times. But
With snake venom. I can't wait for this follow up. I need to know.
I visited the University of Southern California a couple years ago, and I met a professor who had been studying the effects on breast cancer cells. It actually inhibits the growth of tumors and basically kind of kills off cancer.
yeah,
Oh.
and probably everything else in the area.
Well, if you think about it, chemo's radiation, but it's not just,
But it's
I stand in radiation. It's like, no, it's very targeted and very specific.
very targeted, and it does fuck you up. I mean, you lose your hair and stuff, but it's like there's a method to it.
Morphine, like, oh, morphine will help numb the pain. And this guy's just like, and I'm taking poppies and eating them directly. And like, he's,
Also, this guy doesn't have breast cancer.
you know why?
Oh
Snakes.
man, there's a lot of misinformation because he's about the horses. He's like, it allows them to perform past their abilities. It's like, no, they're dying. And
Yeah.
they still have
Won't
money.
stop. Well, let us.
I just
We're going
have
to
to
wrap
know.
this one up, and then we're going to take a peek at the next one. It's only 5, but we need to know.
As a cure someday with snake venom, I put my money on it.
How much do you have? What do you do? What's your job?
Snakes.
What is his job?
Banana.
Yeah, Vice didn't know how to end this video. The camera guy was like,
that's
look,
him,
man,
that's
I know.
him.
Yep.
He's got long hair.
The camera dude was like, dude, I know I was supposed to be here till Tuesday, but like, I feel like we got it. I need to get out of here, please.
We are going to watch the Why I've Been Injecting Snake Venom for 30 years. This one's only 5 minutes long, but we need to wrap it up. We need to know
We need to know.
what's happening with my man.
We need to know.
And he has long hair now.
Oh,
And
And a toad hat.
let us just tell us, brother.
Hi, my name's Steve Ludwin, and I inject snake venom.
he's so proud of it.
I had that thought when I was young, when I was in my teens, and I just had this light bulb moment go off. You are going to do this, and wait until you see what happens in the future.
Honestly, he looks
But yeah,
better.
I knew it was possible.
Like
so
his-
I decided.
His skin looks like a
Oh!
more
It was
healthier
just a
shade.
curiosity. It was home science. I wanted to see if it was possible. I didn't know what I was doing. There were no books on the subject. There was obviously no internet back then.
I don't believe you. There's libraries. There were libraries. Libraries existed.
Yeah, but no one in the library books were like, this is how and why you inject snake venom. He just, you know what I used to do?
Oh, for the process of
Yeah,
it. But
he
I'm
was like-
certainly there were information on snakes and venom.
So he did it because he wanted to know if he could. He's like the
And-
first person to invent a parachute and jump off a building.
That's what I'm having a hard time with this guy. Is like he's somewhat inspiring, but in like a bad way. like. I look at the books. We got the Serpent Grail.
Obviously.
And what's
that one just
the-
says snakes.
Snakes.
The book.
The Serpent Grail. Okay, that's got to be a pretty
You know, this is his religion.
Quality
touted,
literature.
He is aging well, but I think that's because his body just kind of stopped.
Nah, he's aging pretty fucking normally, I feel like.
Like, he looked sick in the first video.
He's shaking less.
Maybe
He
just
looks
showered.
more like, I don't know, centered? I don't know if that's the word.
He does look like he do yoga.
Yeah.
I was playing a game with death. It's as simple as that. The pain that happened immediately when the venom hit my bloodstream was incredible, and it was scary. It was humbling. I'm surprised I went back for more. A few months later,
Me too,
I tried
buddy.
again. A few months later, I tried again. For about 4 to 5 years, I started noticing that my body was recovering quickly. The bruising, the swelling, everything.
Is that a real snake he's holding?
I think so.
And it's probably venomous, right? We
Yeah,
don't assume he bought
I don't think he has like non-venomous snakes.
He got the same watch from a few years ago.
I was a scientist at that moment, and I did an experiment, and I proved it to myself that I could build up an immunity. Thank you.
You know, when you're a kid and you like fill up the sink with water and you just play around in it?
Yeah.
I too felt like a scientist.
Same.
Studying water dynamics.
Yeah. You know what I used to take vinegar and put it in a bottle and then take a toilet paper and put baking soda in it and then put it in there and then tie the top on and throw it and it would blow up, and I was like, there we go, baby.
I never thought like inspiration could be like a horror.
I want to know.
Like he's inspirational in just the worst ways.
I want to know how he makes money.
That's what, because like his house looks nice. He's
Yeah.
got a bunch of shit. Like, what does he
Oh,
do?
he's got crazy exotic snakes. He's got money for something.
Like, he's got a snake guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah.
He's not the snake guy. He's got a guy.
He's
He's
got-
like, what do you need? A ancient black fin cobra that can look at you and turn you into stone? Yeah, my guy he picked up 2 of those last week. I got you.
Let's continue.
Quite an easy process. I basically milk the snake, which means gently taking the snake behind its head.
Gently.
Bite and take the venom
Still
out.
shaking.
Then it's good to go. I do it every 2 weeks now.
That's why he looks better.
When the
Bad.
venom goes
Bad.
into your bloodstream,
Next question.
into your body, it is not, you know what it is? It's evolution saying, stay the fuck away from us. We will cause you the world of pain.
Yeah.
I stepped out on-
We should just cut to the Michael Jordan meme after he said, like, this is evolution telling you to stay the fuck away from us. And I took that personally.
Right? Oh, I also want the editor, I am somewhat of a scientist too meme needs to be in here 10 times probably. God.
I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. It's not a drug. There's no sort of Jim Morrison, yeah, man, ride the snake.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
there's
none
really
of that.
just no
Snake
reason
venom
to
Once
do
again,
it.
quit pointing that snake at me.
And
There's
nobody
just-
to do it. The reason I'm doing it is to build up antibodies. It's as simple as that. But I have this instinct that it was going to be fine and that my future was going to be bright with it. So
Is he
I have that
married?
confidence and perhaps a little bit of rock and roll.
I want you to answer that question for yourself. I want you to think. I want you to answer that question for yourself. Let's ask the one lady on the couch. Marquette, is this young man married?
Maybe to a snake.
Maybe to a snake. And if he is married, you know his role play is all snake. What's up, girl?
It's been just the craziest journey of, when I was in a touring rock band, gargling with rattlesnake venom to get rid of throat infections. And
Did you say he was gargling with snake venom?
there's lots of arrows pointing that there are anti-aging properties within snake venom. I've been making my own anti-venom cream. I'm very interested in the power of snake venom. I mean, it's like, look.
Anti-venom cream, he just poured venom into it. Like, venom becomes anti-venom. You don't just mix it into something and then it's anti-venom.
I'm sorry. I don't want to harp on this, but I'm going to harp on it. You look 50. You don't look older than your age, but you definitely don't look much younger than your age.
I don't know. I mean, he looks pretty good for a 50. I would...
Maybe you don't know the 50-year-olds I know. I don't know.
At this point, I don't know if I would have guessed like 40.
I think in the previous video when we had the flashback video when he was like 18 or something,
Mm-hmm.
he looked the same.
He also spends a lot of time indoors.
Him being in a rock band tracks. Gargling with snake venom before it shows the most rock and roll shit I've ever
he's
heard.
metal as fuck.
When he is tanned,
So
he
I
goes
think
out in the
there's a lot
sun.
of
I want cited sources.
Saya.
because my blood is projected to save people's lives in the future. I had people contact me from all over the world, and the best ones that contacted me were a group of Danish scientists working at the University of Copenhagen, and they are farming my antibodies to create a new anti-venom.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
All
good
right.
About
Well,
I'm so glad we watched this one. He did it.
Okay, there's something came out of it.
I feel like we talked a lot of shit about this man, but he did it. That's it. He fucking...
If it works, like,
he said they're making it. I trust the Danes with some fucking science. They got his fucking bone marrow.
He's got the same... Have you guys seen the Behind the Curve Flat Earth documentary?
Yes.
He's got the same energy as Mike Sargent.
Except for this guy, he's actually working with science.
Yeah, okay. So, all right.
But let's push through. I want to know now. Shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Snakes are definitely my sort of, road that I'm going down now. And this project that I'm doing with the Danish in Copenhagen is great. I'm interested in anti-aging, and I'm interested in strengthening the human immune system and to slow down the aging.
He definitely didn't take the COVID
Everybody
vaccine.
wants, searching for the holy grail, forever. Everyone wants it, and I really believe that. Well, I certainly know where to look for the fountain of youth.
He's gonna outlive us all.
He either wants to die or wants to live forever. There's no like a normal.
There's no in
life.
between.
There's no normal.
That's
life.
it.
Okay, if the Dane thing is true, what's his name?
Steve Ludwig.
Ludwig.
Okay.
We were wrong. We sat here and we made our jokes and we laughed and we had a bit of fun, and turns out Snake Man's doing snake things.
Rock singer Steve Ludwig has been injecting himself for 30 years. In a strange twist, his bizarre habit could now save thousands of lives. His former partner Britt Collins tells his outlandish story. Holy
Former
shit.
partner.
Wow.
Guys, he is indeed the Snake Messiah.
The visionaries, they're just never understood. Sometimes, this guy's a martyr.
We were wrong about the snake guy.
Oh my god.
What a twist.
Okay, no, that's a great looking photo.
He did.
Now, in that, he looks
good for 50.
Editor will have to find his photos of him shirtless with a snake around his neck. He looks. That's a good looking photo. All right. He looks younger
from
there.
The Guardian.
Damn. Well, does anybody have any final thoughts on the Snake Man? Marquetta, let's start with you. Final snake thoughts.
I don't. I'm dumbfounded. I'm baffled. I am in disbelief. I don't know what to think. I don't know. I just don't know. I think... I don't know.
Science has lied to us.
I think a wise man once said that sufficient enough technology and science looks like magic to us. Mm-hmm. And as I sit here making fun of the Snake Man and thinking that him skateboarding like a snake makes him skateboard faster, and that's all silly, I'm being proven wrong right now, and I'm willing to open my eyes to the snake god himself. I won't be injecting snake venom, but I can't really give him shit for doing it.
Yeah.
He's simultaneously the most dangerous and the most inspiring person I've ever seen. Like, I both want people to know about him, but absolutely not do a single damn thing that he did. Like, he's both a cautionary tale and the hero we needed.
Yeah.
It's just, he is an enigma. He is everything simultaneously.
Steve Ludwig.
Oh, man.
Here's to you.
He's the yin and the yang.
A snake bite shot, an imaginary one. Cheers, brother.
So he's a rock singer. This guy fucks.
Oh, he fucks, bro.
This guy fucks.
Now we know he fucks.
Yeah, this guy fucks.
And the women were probably into the danger because of the fucking snake.
Do you think maybe his offspring are super powered then?
Who knows?
Oh, if he has kids, they're gonna punch through walls.
His little semen is
his snakes.
super powered.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that is. Bye.
Bye.
The madman, he fucking did it.
Good.